Hi, thanks for joining me on another episode of Why Not Go, the channel dedicated to rock and roll. Well, I'm here in the town where I live, Mount Dora, Florida, about an hour from Orlando. It's an historic small town. Most of the buildings are preserved, you can't knock them down. A lot of people come here, especially around Christmas time, because it's so pretty. And this is where David Bowie's furniture, or some furniture that he collected, is located. And I always thought that was so strange because it's like David Bowie never lived in Florida, never had, I don't think, any connection to Florida. But here in this small town is where some of his furniture is located. And I'll get to those reasons in a little bit. But first I just wanted to show a little brief glimpse of our town. This is our Christmas tree that they light up. So pretty. Still kind of early in the day in December. We're on a lake there. You can see down there. Very pretty lake. And yeah, it's a cute town. A lot of people come here for the day. I guess in England you would call this a village. It used to be surrounded by a lot of farmland. Now it's kind of surrounded by more housing developments. So we have a couple pubs in town, and one of them is this one. It's called the Magical Meat Boutique, and I just wanted to show this for anyone that might be watching this video from England, especially from London. Got the phone box there. And I spoke to the owner, and he told me that his father used to have a butcher shop in Camden near Mornington Crescent Tube. And he told me that when he came here to Mount Dora, I don't know when he came here, but he wanted to name his pub with the same name as his father's butcher shop. And it's called the Magical Meat Boutique. Sounds like it was probably in the 60s. It kind of, I don't know if it's a reference to the Beatles, but that's the Magical Meat Boutique, and it's popular here. They do really good fish and chips, lots of different beers, and they do a good English breakfast as well. I think just on the weekends. But Magical Meat Boutique, and I lived in Camden near Mornington Crescent, but in the 80s, and I don't remember a butcher shop named Magical Meat Boutique, but maybe someone watching this will. And this is the inside. I love it. I'm on the patio now of the Magical Meat Boutique. We sit out here sometimes, and there's a nice view of the lake, which is very pretty. I'll just show that. Yeah, a little bit of Britain in Mount Dora. I love it. So pretty. And then there's the lake right there. And then over here, it's an old hotel, several buildings from 1883. And President Calvin Coolidge actually used to come here, I think after he was president in the 20s, and he would come here and relax and go fishing at the lake, which is just down there. All right, so this is the Modernism Museum in Mount Dora, where the Bowie furniture collection is located. And I did a video on this museum about, I think, a year and a half ago. But I only had about 30 subscribers then, so I'm not sure many people saw it. So I thought I'd just do it again. Because, you know, we all love Bowie. And he had such great taste in clothing, art, and also furniture. And, yeah, we're going to go in and check it out. Beautiful town. It's historic. I believe none of the buildings can be torn down. Most of them are probably from around 1900, 1920. And so, yeah, so why is the Bowie furniture here? Well, it's because the person who owns the museum, I think it's a family. They own a lot of the buildings in the town. I'm told they own all the buildings that are white with the red trim, and probably more. And you can see just looking here that there's a few like that. That's our town Christmas tree there at the bottom. And I don't know how long the Modernism Museum has been here, but for the past several years they have a collection called Memphis Milano. And it's different furniture designers that were located in Italy, in Milan, and they named themselves Memphis because they wanted to be sort of paying homage to American style furniture, American style design. I'll walk a little closer, you can see here. And the exhibit's called Space Oddities. And Bowie loved this furniture. So it was called Memphis Milano, but it wasn't actually made in Memphis. It was made in Italy by a collection of designers. And I believe most of the furniture was made, I love that, Space Oddities. I believe most of the furniture was made in the 80s. So I'm guessing that's when Bowie collected it. And the owner of this museum, who, as I said, owns a lot of real estate here, he bought the Bowie Memphis Milano collection from Bowie's estate in 2016 when Bowie passed away. Now, whether Bowie had this furniture in his apartment in New York, where I also did a video, I could put a link to that in this video. I did the outside location only, of course, but whether he had this furniture in his house when he passed away, I don't know, but he collected it a few decades ago. I believe he collected it in the 80s, and he loved it. So we'll see what it's all about. Right, so here I am in the Bowie Museum, or the Memphis Milano Museum, I should say. Modernism Museum, rather. And so there's lots of interesting furniture here. And as I said, it's not all owned by Bowie, but a lot of it is. And you can see it's very 1950s kind of inspired. And I kind of feel like I'm watching an MTV video or a Pee Wee Herman Playhouse show. So I love that. So they've got some quotes here from Bowie. I love this one. It started with a red typewriter, a beautiful thing produced by Olivetti. Ground control to Major Tom. Love it. Okay, so let's look at what Bowie owned. Okay, so anything with the gold star he owned. So he owned these floor lamps, and they were made in 1982. I love it. So colorful. So that floor lamp there with the green base was his. And I guess all three floor lamps. That one there. I love it. And this one here. Love it. Very colorful stuff. Then I'm going to look at the plaques here. He did not own the desk or the chairs, but he owned the, he owned something else here. Oh, he did own the chairs. He didn't own the desk, but he owned the chairs. And the chairs were made in 1983. That's neat. Wonder if he had them in like an office or something like that. Love it. Another quote from Bowie. This is 2002. It sucked on the breath of pulp culture with gusto and enthusiasm that was delightful to witness. Yeah, he loved this furniture. Maybe he did have it in his loft in New York City where he lived with Iman. He could have. So this he did not own. As I said, I'm just going to kind of focus on what he owned here. It's a bookshelf, shelving, and all kinds of neat glassware. Love it. Let's see. Oh, another quote. I love it. It couldn't care less about function. How do you sit on that? It tabled the idea of the idea. I love Bowie. I still miss him. Not that I knew him, but sad he's not around anymore. Okay, so this he did own, and this one is the he didn't own the glassware, but he owned this whole bookshelf. It's all one piece. I love it. It's made of wood and plastic and veneer. Built in 1982. So again, he didn't own the glassware here, but he owned that bookshelf, which is amazing. It's all one piece. I love it. It almost looks like a cocktail bar. I wonder where he put that. Yeah, this looks like it almost could be a fridge or a cocktail bar. Love it. So that was David's, as I used to call him in my teens, David. And I love this piece here. This is a small piece. It's called Polar, built in 1984, and that's an end table. It's got his picture there on it. Cute little end table. I love it. I love it. Now this, God, I guess it's a bed or a bed frame. He did not own this. I know that. It looks like a boxing ring. It looks like a, oh yeah, it's called boxing ring bed. Oh, that's funny. He did not own that. I don't like the idea of a boxing ring bed, actually. Right. So we'll see if he owned anything here. I don't think. Oh, they're playing his music. I love it. Love it. So I love this quote. They have lots of quotes here. It didn't look serious. It looked like a prank. It mixed formica attitude with marble diffidence. Diffidence. I'll have to look that up. It reminds me when I first got into Bowie when I was a teenager, and he would use like big words a lot, or words that I didn't know. And he was so literary. Even though he never went to art school or college, he was so literary in my mind. So, okay, so this seating group here, God, it looks very, very 50s, very Pee Wee Herman-ish. He did not own anything here. Let me just go around this big chair. Wow. And no, he didn't own anything here in this. Wow, that's interesting. So colorful. Okay. Now, I think, oh, I love that picture of him there. Love it. So I'm just looking at the plaques here. No, he didn't own anything in this area. But I'll just do a quick pan. It's quite a couch there. I love all the end tables. They're just like, or sideboards. They're just amazing looking. Okay, so here's some more of that Memphis Milano furniture. Bowie didn't own that bookcase there, or that piece, but he did own this table and chairs, and I just love this table and chairs. It looks so kind of Palm Springs, mid-century. Love it. I'm guessing that would have been maybe his breakfast table. So great. And I'm guessing the owners of this museum, they probably bought his furniture because they wanted to display this beautiful furniture, but also because they knew it would be a tourist attraction because a lot of it was owned by Bowie. So, love that. I wonder if he sat there with Iman and his daughter. Love that table. All right, another table and chairs owned by Bowie. It's funny, I just said that last table reminded me of Palm Springs. Well, this table is actually called Palm Springs. It was made in 1984, and the chairs are called Riviera. They were made in 1981. I love it. I'm guessing that would have been his dining table. And so the lamps were not owned by Bowie. And it looks like there's a picture there. Yep, I'm going to zoom in. There's a picture there with him on that table. And I'm guessing, yeah, that's the table. I am guessing that is probably around the year 2000, maybe 2005. That's neat. Wow. Love it. Bowie's dining table. And on one of the plaques here, it talks about how they acquired, as I said, the owner of this museum bought everything in 2016 at Sotheby's in London. Beautiful. I love it. This place really pays, it does honor Bowie, but it really does honor the individual artist who crafted this furniture. Every piece of furniture lists the year and who the creator was. Oh, I love that. I'm here with David. David Bowie's dining table. I love it. Okay, here's another room. I love these photos. Diamond Dogs, of course. I saw that tour. So great. And Ziggy Stardust. Oh my God. I saw that tour too. Oh my God, 1973. Wow. So, okay. Getting sentimental on Bowie here. So he did not own this bed or the lamps or that mirror, but he did own this side table. Looks like an entry table. It's called Belvedere. It was made in 1982. And Bowie owned that. I love it. I love that kind of rocket ship lamp on top of it. Yeah, that looks like a nice makeup table or entry table. Okay, going on to another room, looking at the plaques along here. And yeah, I got confused with this the first time I was in this museum. Bowie owned a piece called Bertrand, and it's a sideboard in metal and wood. Wow, Bowie owned that. Not the lamp on top of it, but he owned, but he did, and not the lamp on top of it, but he owned that sideboard. I love it. Beautiful. And that was made in 1987. So that's when he was really collecting this furniture. Love it. That is beautiful. It looks like a, I don't know, like a ship. And there he is. Man Who Fell to Earth photo. Love it. Okay, so this red piece here Bowie owned. It's a bookcase, but I guess you could put anything on it you wanted. Love it. And this was built in 1992. So Bowie was collecting this furniture in the 90s as well. And I love it because it looks like you could move the shelves around. It's like flames going up. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, another small piece that Bowie owned. This is called Continental. It was made in 1984. Little side table. I love it. So colorful. So this is a bookcase. It's called the Carlton, and that was owned by Bowie. He was such a reader. He had so many books, I'm sure. So beautiful. And I love the quote here. It says, just zoom in on the plaque there. It says that in 2002, Bowie wrote, "The jolt, the impact created by walking into a room containing a cabinet by Memphis, the Carlton, for instance, is visceral." I love it. Bowie liked to use words like visceral. I think I improved my vocabulary after I became a fan. Wonder what books he had on that. I love this photo. And I love the way they put it on an actual exit door here. I love it. And it says here that this was at the Rainbow Theater. At the Rainbow Theater, August 16th through the 18th, 1972. That's so great. Ziggy Stardust Tour by Sukita, who took a lot of photos of Bowie, including the Heroes album. I didn't know that. I love that photo. The rainbow, that's where I saw Joy Division. Someone told me it's now a church. So many venues have closed. Okay, another Another bookshelf, of course, because Bowie was a reader. And this is called Casablanca. It looks almost like it has arms. So great. I love it. And when I read the plaque, this was created in 1981. It could serve as a cabinet or a room divider. Just try to zero in on that. And the slanted shelves are perhaps intentionally designed impractical. I think Bowie liked that they were impractical. Yeah, what do you put on the slanted shelves? I don't know. I guess books. Bowie was such a reader. Yeah, I'll put the link to the video I did outside his last residence in New York, because the building on the ground floor had a library, a New York Public Library, and I went in there, and the librarian told me that Bowie went there and on the opening day of the library. He was such a dedicated reader. I love it. This piece was not owned by Bowie, but interesting anyway. And wow, look at this piano. I'm just going to show everything, but I'll focus on what he owned. He did not own this piano, but wow, that is some piano. It's called Caligari piano. Oh wow, like the cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Famous movie. And that's a Memphis Milano table there. As I said, it was a collection of designers in Milan that created this. And this is, I don't know what this is. It's like a beautiful sculpture. And Bowie did not own this, but it's a installation of some kind. I don't know if this museum will always have the Bowie furniture collection in it. Boy, that's something. I'm just going to back up. Whoa. Bowie didn't own this piece, but I love it. It's such a robot-looking thing. I love it. I wouldn't know what to do with it, but I love it. It's so great. I love it. As you come in the museum, you see that from the station to station tour, of course. Wow. Love it. And he owned this piece too, and it's called Tartare. And it's from 1985. Wow. I love it. Almost looks like two pieces in one. Love it. I love this piece. It's not a Bowie piece, but I just love it. It looks so Art Deco. It looks like something out of a 30s movie. So great. So that's it. I've shown you the museum, Memphis Milano, and the Modernism Museum in Mount Dora. Or I'd say about half of the collection here was owned by Bowie. Very colorful. It's kind of happy furniture. Love it. Bye, David. Thanks for showing your furniture collection. Thanks for watching another video. This one on David Bowie, whom I've always loved and always will play his records. And hope you enjoyed looking at his private furniture collection, which is now housed here in the small town of Mount Dora in Florida. Well, thanks for watching, and hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And until the next time, I'll be seeing you.